Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone. Hearing my name as a success story was extremely nostalgic, and one of the reasons is that I come from a family background where my father was in the civil service, and every time that I didn't study well, he would tell me that the moment you fail in a class, I'll make you open a store, and you'll run that store for the rest of your life. So entrepreneurship was more of a taboo to me, and but karma it is. Today I'm here presenting my story to you. Basically, by profession, I love calling myself a tech entrepreneur. I am an MBA and have multiple certifications in marketing, digital marketing, etc. The businesses that I run, the first one that is like the oldest is Checkmate. It is a digital agency, a marketing agency that operates out of Pakistan, UAE, UK, and US as well. So we help other businesses, smaller businesses, grow by using digital and market and social media platforms. I also run in the beauty. I also do business in the beauty sector. I run a brand called Bare Epitome. My niche is natural and organic and halal skincare products. I have recently launched a marketplace by the name of Beauty Heist that's based out of London. And this marketplace sells beauty products and makeup products within UK and the EU region. I am also into e-commerce. I run multiple e-commerce platforms, including, one is called K-pop Marketplace, which basically sells merchandise, music merchandise to EU and all around the world. I run the Handicraft Store, which is Pakistan's first multi-label e-store for the handicraft sector, specifically focusing on women entrepreneurs who are doing business in the handicraft sector. The third e-commerce platform that I run is directly, under the control of EU. It's called eMercato. This business is based out of Romania, and it basically sells food products of Arab origin to people, Arab origin people living mainly in three geographies: Romania, Germany, and Sweden. I'm also into mental health. So the first, I run a platform called the listener.pk along with my wife. This is Pakistan's premier mental health helpline that runs 24/7, 365 days a year. And it provides affordable and accessible mental health therapy to anyone who needs it using online methodologies. The second, business within this category is that I have recently launched an app called Sakina. Sakina is a mental health and a mindfulness app for mainly targeting the Muslim audience. So it takes religious inference and then, helps you manage your stress, anxiety, anger, and other mental health issues. Proud to announce that we've recently raised about $150,000 using a crowdsourcing platform, and we're also in a potential Series A investment of $250,000 there too. Lastly, and most importantly, why I'm here, my key learnings of from doing business in the EU. So my first key learning is know your why. Why would the customer buy from you? Because if you don't understand that this and you don't use it in your marketing strategy or your branding strategy to reach out the EU market, then it will always be subject to a failure. So the first suggestion would be know your why. Why are you doing this? Why should the customer buy from you? What is in it? What is in your product or your service that your competitor is not offering? My second learning is speak your customer's language. EU has a lot of potential. However, there are many challenges as well. The customers based within the EU market have different tastes. They speak different languages. They have different traditions to follow. And quite literally, in my case with eMercato, when we launched it only in English language. But within the first month, we realized that we cannot work with English language. And we ended up adding Romanian language in it. We have also added Arabic language in it. And now we are, moving towards adding German language into it as well. So quite literally, you need to understand and you need to speak the customer's language. And you need to understand, whenever I mentor people, SMEs especially, I tell them that, your product might be a big success here in Pakistan. And that might be one of the biggest failures in the EU because, you don't speak the customer language. You don't understand what the customer wants within the EU. My third, learning is identify a niche. So if you consider EU as a global market, it has a lot of potential. And as an entrepreneur, you would love, capturing the whole of the market, but it's impossible. I mean, the moment you go for the whole market, you face giants who are already sitting within that sector, and you tend to fail, within less time until unless you have loads of resources that you can use for building up your brand. So I always say this, and this is what I have always done in whatever business that I start, that I identify a niche and I focus only on that niche. I was talking to a lady there, and this is what I told her: entrepreneurship is not about making a long jump. It is more about climbing the stairs, where you take one step, you stable yourself, then you take the second step and you stable yourself. Start with the niche where you see the lowest number of competitors, or if you're lucky, no competitor at all. The fourth one, which is also, I was also telling her that, failures have been the biggest teachers for me. EU has higher regulations as well. So because somebody like me who is into e-commerce, and there's a technology sector here as well, starting a website or starting an e-commerce store does not take much of a time. However, when you do it in EU, there are strict regulations there that we as Pakistanis, we are not aware of, or we are not following those. The GDPRS, the data, the data issues, the privacy and all that. So make sure that your e-commerce venture is regulatory compliant as well, because the moment you start and if it is not regulatory compliant, it takes, less than a day for all your business, despite the fact that, it has an amazing business model, amazing product, it simply fails. And lastly, and most importantly, as I said, I love calling myself a technology entrepreneur. I always say this: you have to be smart. You have to play with the technology. Technology becomes your biggest resource. So I was talking to Daniel 2 days back, and Daniel asked me this question: how do you do all this? And I told Daniel that most of these businesses I run using only 5 mobile apps. That's it. My job is working on product development, market development. And for all the redundant tasks, the operational tasks, it's the technology that does it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.